These slides show that the arrival of very high energy radiation from the sun and from gamma ray bursters does affect nuclear decay rates. This is the greatest event that ever was recorded in any of this. And here we have an event. This is a gamma ray burst. And 4.3 hours later, this effect occurs. And it lasts for 12 hours. This is an indication that this gamma ray source is very far away. The second most significant anomaly also occurs just a few hours after a gamma ray burst. Here's a gamma ray burst. Here's the decay change. Now, let's see. Now, the sixth reason. Now, what did we show? We showed that gamma ray bursts, the solar radiation, all of this affects the rate at which decay occurs on the Earth. The sixth reason. Current research has discovered radiometric decay of carbon-14 inside of diamonds, coal, and marble. Now, diamonds, coal, and marble are supposed to be millions of years old. Carbon-14 decays in 5,730 years is the half-life. So after 5,730 years, you lose a half of carbon-14. After another 5,730 years, you lose another half, and so on. After 57,300 years, which is 10 half-lives, that's 2 to the 10th power, 10 times. You should have less than 1/10% of your original carbon-14. In a million years, there shouldn't be any at all. But what do you get? You get coal, oil, natural gas, and marble, all having carbon-14 in them. This is an indication that these things all are of recent origin. Seventh reason, established researchers generally suppose that they take and modify stuff. They fudge their data. Age discrepancies, they fudge their age discrepancies from publishing. Okay, so there are 7 good reasons why radiometric dating should not be trusted for the age of the Earth.
A question. Those things, diamonds, coal, all that stuff, is formed from organic matter, right?
That's right.
And that's why you can use carbon-14.
That's right. The best data of science show that the Earth is young, less than 15,000 years old, affirming the Holy Bible. My experience, in my experience, the best science always aligns with the best reading of Scripture. In fact, I have discovered some excellent science and history as a result of studying God's Word. In the fairy tale, a frog turns into a prince by magic, which is a kiss. In evolution, the frog turns into a man, and the magic is millions of years. The certain fact is that the Earth is young, which excludes evolution. There just hasn't been the millions of years needed. Evolution is a fairy tale for grown-ups. The Earth's young use suggests that there should be other indicators of the Earth's young age, contrary to evolution. 1, the Taylor Trail in North Texas. I've been there. I've seen this. Human footprints crossing dinosaur footprints. This was what happened at the time of the flood. This is a footprint with 2 trilobites in the footprints. Trilobites are supposed to be dead 230 million years ago, but we got 2 of them in this shoe footprint. We've got trees extending vertically through long distances in the tree. They call them polystrate trees, found petrified in thick layers of rock layers. This shows very fast, very fast burial in thick sediment flows. So what can we conclude from all of what we talked about tonight? The galaxy and the Earth are young. Evolution has not had time to work. And number 3, evolution is the lie. And we can't just leave it there. We have to fight evolution, don't we? We have to fight evolution because it has lots of consequences. Abortion, euthanasia, racism, homosexual behavior, family breakup, that's all consequences of evolution belief. Now, this is the last slide. Jesus said as he went into Jerusalem, I tell you that if these, as my disciples, were silent, the stones would quickly cry out. That's what it says in Luke 19:40. Since many believers these days are now silent and not believing the Holy Bible in our times, the stones are crying out.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. Thoughts and questions? That was a lot of dense material, and incidentally, you youngins, I congratulate you, because that was a dense talk to sit through. I will tell you that most of our stuff is a whole lot more interactive than this. But your thoughts, or anything, because there was a lot of stuff that was weird and deep there. Yes?
In the case of diamonds and coal, if there's testable carbon-14 and all of that stuff, it means it's very young.
Yes.
And is there testable carbon-14 and all of that?
Yes, the sample they get
Yes.
they get tested for carbon-14.
Okay.
Coal, oil, everything, diamonds, it's all cut.
Those are formed from carbon. And to get that radiometric carbon-14, they have to be something less than 100,000 years old. He's using the point of 57,000 for less than 0.1%. Yes, sir.
I understand that for you to figure out how much carbon-14 processes, you have to know how much was there to begin with, right?
Well, that
Yes or
depends.
no?
That depends on how much you're projecting for what should be there, or what should be left. And that is one of the differences we have. For example, when we see a dinosaur bone and we carbon date it, you use current carbon dating techniques. Most of those dinosaur bones date using carbon dating. Number one, if they are 65 million years old, all the carbon-14 should be gone from them, if they're actually that old. But we can still carbon date it, and most of them carbon date somewhere around 40,000 years old. But that's assuming that at the time they were alive, there's the same amount of carbon-14 in the atmosphere as there is today. If this was a pristine Earth, and there wasn't a large amount of carbon-14 in the upper atmosphere or the lower atmosphere in the Adenic Earth, in the original Earth, and then you change that dating based on that, all of those dinosaur ages go down to somewhere around 4,000 to 6,000 years old, right within a biblical time frame.
Shouldn't the environment of the things around us should be the same too? Carbon-14?
In terms of the amount of carbon-14, it should be the same. But again, you've had big catastrophes. You had the original Earth that was made, and God may not have put a whole lot of radiometric carbon-14 in the atmosphere. In fact, He probably didn't. Then you have the flood and the huge volcanism that came with the flood that would have changed the environment radically.
Yeah, but that's from the creation model, not the evolution.
That's a true statement. The evolutionary viewpoint is that everything's been in equilibrium for a long period of time, and that you would have had an amount of C14 very close to what we have today.
But you're also finding soft tissue in dinosaur bones that are being found too now, so there's even more of that young earth push all the time.
I was up at the the Discovery Center at the Institute for Creation Research, which will open in October. And Dr. Brian Thomas just got his doctorate in paleobiochemistry. That is the study of soft tissues. He had to go to Liverpool, England to get that doctorate. They wouldn't give it to him here in the States. But that is a fascinating field right now, because most people don't know that we have now got more than 46 dinosaur samples which had soft tissues in them that show those things are only thousands of years old. That those soft tissues could not have sustained intact for millions of years. It's simply impossible, physically impossible.
I want to thank you for your presentation. I've got a 2-year-old to put to bed.
No, you had guts to come tonight. I will tell you that our Tuesday night presentations, which will occur next month, are much more, not as dense as this, and much more interactive. We would invite you back.
All right. Well, if they're interactive enough for a 2-year-old.
No, not for a 2-year-old. No, there's no such thing as interactive enough for a 2-year-old.
No, only cookies.
That's
Only
right.
cookies.
Thank you.
guys.
Anything else, folks?
Thank you, people, for coming.
Thank you.
We'll close tonight with a couple of things. You saw some cutting edge things from Dr. Harris tonight. For example, you may not have caught it with that dipole data of the whole universe and the background radiation. He asked a good question. Why should the entire universe be equidistant upon the orbit of the Earth around the sun? We're all told that the Earth is just one weird little speck in the entire universe and not special at all. That picture and that data, which is relatively recent, shows the Earth may be in the most special place of all. And if we were created by a special creator, then that makes a whole lot of sense. We have back there for you some free materials that are just laying out on the table. On the left side are paid materials. Please take a look at those before you leave. If you want to get our monthly newsletter, you can sign up on the email back there to get it sent to you electronically. There are also hard copies sitting there. Please.
Did you just say that the Earth is the center of the universe?
Jesus did.
Yeah.
Jesus did, and in point of fact, if you really read Scripture, now again, it doesn't say
No,
this.
I mean, according to what he showed us.
According to the CMP dipole, it could be somewhere near the center of the universe, and for Carl Sagan and the whole group of people who say there's nothing special about the Earth, it's just one blue dot of all the huge blue dots across the universe, that is blasphemy. That's why he said they call that line, what?
The axis of evil.
The axis of evil, because it goes against everything they've taught now for 60 years.
According to them, we're just a spot on the outside of a balloon.
We are insignificant. They call it the Copernican principle. Incidentally, Copernicus would have had great problems with them using his name for that principle,
Exactly.
because he believed that we were a very special creation by God. Thank you, folks, and please take a look at the stuff on the way out.